Welcome, everyone. We are so glad you all could be here today. And we are here at the end of January, and we are so excited to share with you what we have for you today. We are a team that really are wanting to make a difference in the health movement. And you're going to get to hear from a bunch of us, a few of us today, and you're going to hear our stories. And so let me start. My name is Ashley, and I get the pleasure of being the one introducing you all to our call and to everybody talking. And so I wanted to share a little bit about my story. And then you're going to hear from a young mom who's sharing her story and how she's living the Shaklee lifestyle. And you'll also get to hear from one of my trainers who happens to be my dad. And he's going to share about their successful Shaklee business that they've had for many years and a little bit about the company as well as about how the business works. And then you're going to get it all summed up from my other trainer who happens to be my mom. And she's going to be sharing about the really incredible special offers we have this weekend. So make sure you stay till the end so you can get to hear about those time-sensitive specials. So I really love sharing with people what we have to offer. And I'm really glad that you made this great decision to join us today, because that is what I did many years ago. I made the choice when I was a very young child, when my parents were building their business, that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to help make a difference in people's lives. I wanted to help other people. And you have to make a living in this world. So why not be able to have the best of both worlds? So this business has allowed me to stay home with my kids, raise my kids, and my husband to be able to be a teacher and a coach and live that lifestyle. But having both is not only was I home with kids, but I got to have a business and be a businesswoman and being able to share with people and have the flexibility to volunteer when I want and have the time freedom, which I love, being able to arrange my schedule around what I do. And also have the substantial income for a family of 5 to be able to live a nice lifestyle and making a difference for other people. So I love that you can't have all the good stuff without helping other people. And that's one of the really great things about it. And I love that I have an incredible team. Many are on here today, and everybody's growing and wanting to share with people because there's so much good happening in our company right now that it is the time. So another great reason for choosing today is that you're going to hear from people that are building and how we help people all over the country. And our team really works together to cheer each other on and to celebrate each other's successes. So we offer extensive training. We don't say, get in the business and go do it. We say, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We work together to help you be successful. So whoever invited you to this call may not know for sure if it's for you or not, but they felt strongly enough about you and your credibility as a person and the kind of person they want on their team, and that they wanted to be able to help others make an impact in this world. And this business is really about doing it together. We can make a greater impact. And I love the quote that Helen Keller said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." So I really look forward to hearing from our great team today. I hope that you'll stay to the end to hear all the great points that everybody has to offer and the specials. And I hope you make a decision to join our team or whoever invited you. So enjoy. And we're going to start with our wonderful guest, Brooke Bush, who is a new mom who has been building her business. And I love when she gets to share her story. So Brooke, you are just an amazing woman, and I'm so grateful that you agreed to do this today, because you are just one of the kindest, you have one of the kindest hearts of people that I know, and I'm grateful to call you a friend as well. So thank you. Go ahead, Brooke.
Oh, and she so moved up in rank again just recently, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Well, this is a really special way to start my weekend, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my story. And it's so fun to hear Ashley share, because I feel like we have probably the most in common as far as other people I know that are building their business, because we're both Shaklee babies. That's not a prerequisite to do Shaklee, but I also was raised in a home where my parents had Shaklee as their #1 career, like their only career. And they worked out of our home. And I had the chance to see them work together and also serve people on a daily basis within the realm of health and wellness. And I actually, someone told me, and I think when I was like graduating around graduation of high school, they said, your parents are in sales, aren't they? I said, no. Well, yeah, I guess they are, but I didn't even know how to answer that because I never considered them in sales. And I don't consider myself in sales. I am a counselor by background. And I do see a few clients. I see one client a week now, really, really cut back because my full-time focus is being a full-time wife and mother. And Shaklee fits into the times when my daughter is sleeping, or if her father is able to help, or my parents are helping with her. But my full-time focus is being a mom right now. And I love that Shaklee allows me to continue to work and to have an additional purpose in calling and still being in the helping field. While also maintaining my priorities. And I know that this is a very precious time that I can raise children, and I only get this chance once. So I want to be present for it. Yet there's also a very real need to have additional income. And if I didn't have Shaklee, I'd be back in the workforce, 9 to 5, working, seeing probably 25 clients a week. So because of the business that I started when I was in college and really in grad school on a very, very, very part-time basis, we're talking like an hour here, an hour there, maybe a newsletter here and there, just real kind of not overly organized, but intentional enough. I was able to have a foundation that I could build upon when I got married. So my husband and I have been married 4.5 years, and I've been building my business full-time focus for 4.5 years. And in that time, we went from, I was sharing this with a friend yesterday, when we initially got married, we looked at our finances, and because my Shaklee bonus was pretty humble at that point, and my husband's salary was pretty humble. He works as a public defender and as working for the government and getting his student loans paid back. There's that huge service element. So our finances were pretty tight, and we weren't even sure, like, will we be able to do groceries? So there was a huge need to grow my business initially. And what I want people to hear is it's so doable. I moved to a community where I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any connections. We didn't have a church yet. We didn't have friends. We didn't have anything. I didn't have a counseling job. So in those first few years, I was able to grow my business enough that our finances were comfortable and we could pay our mortgage with no problem. And then we were able to move to a new home with more space to raise a family. And then Shaklee was able to pay our bonus. With our bonus, they were able to pay our car payment within really the first, 2.5 years of marriage. And today we're able to dream bigger, and we walk around some neighborhoods that have greater community. We talk about what we want for our kids. And I can't tell you what that means to have that potential and that opportunity. I work with clients that come from all different backgrounds, and I hear the mindset and the restraints that are there when there's a typical 9 to 5, that there's no potential for income growth or for even personal development growth or more community. And with Shaklee, we have that. We have the flexibility, we have the freedom to choose our time and how we work. We have the flexibility and the freedom to choose who we work with. Like, I get to choose right now to be interacting with the wonderful Sheriffans, which I adore these people and the people that they bring into the Shaklee world. So I have the choice to be here right now, which is, there's nothing I'd rather be doing. I have the choice to choose who I work with on my individual team, who I service in my community, and who I help service in my builders communities. And then I have the choice to grow personally within Shaklee. I don't know if there's some people that are pretty brand new, but just so you know, it's not just, how do I share product? It's how do I help people live a life that is more meaningful and more and healthier across the board. And with that, we have to grow ourselves. So there's a personal development piece. And then, of course, the potential for income. And we know that with income and financial wellness, the possibilities are endless for our families and for our future. So I'm so thankful that Shaklee came into my parents' lives when they were early on in their marriage. They had the vision to think bigger for themselves, and that I had the chance to see that modeled every day of my childhood, that, hey, we can think bigger, we can think of others, and we can go after our dreams. And I now want to pass that on to my daughter. And I love seeing my husband. I mean, he says so many times, "Oh, I'm so thankful for Shaklee. Like, I'm thankful that we've been so well. I'm thankful you had such a healthy pregnancy. I'm thankful our daughter hasn't had a sick day. I'm thankful that we have an herbal medicine cabinet. I'm thankful that we can be confident and assured that we're doing the best for our health in these uncertain times." we have so much to be thankful for. So anyways, I thank you so much for the chance to share. And if you are brand new, again, if you're brand new to this whole idea of, what does it mean to build a Shaklee business? I can't encourage you more to just take time to consider it and to see yourself as you might want your future to look, and really know that Shaklee could be a pathway to that. So Ashley, anything else?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brooke. I love hearing your story because I always hear your passion and how you are such a giving person and wanting to help others. And you never forget how grateful you are for the benefits that have come to you and your family. And a couple of things you said that I love is how this business is so doable, and it's with all walks of life. And that's what I love, whether it's being a stay-at-home mom or someone working a full-time job or someone building for retirement or someone that just wants to have something to do. And so it's, and I love how you guys are dreaming bigger. That's, I think, so important in our life, and to always be reaching for bigger. And so you all know what's really cool is Brooke is not in our organization. We don't benefit each other. We just have grown a friendship over the years, and our parents are friends and we became friends, and we love helping people in other organizations because this business it's not a competitive type thing. We all want to see everyone succeed. And that's the best part, is everyone can succeed the same. So Brooke, thank you so much for sharing your story. And I know you have to go take care of your sweet little girl. And so thank you for being here today. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I'll look forward to tomorrow. Thank you again.
Great. Thank you. Okay,
Thank
next
you,
up,
Brooke.
you are going to get to hear from my one of my trainers, my dad, and his name is Alan, and he's going to be sharing a little bit about the business and the company. Go ahead, Dad.
Well, good morning, everybody. As I like to say, boom, let's take this thing to the next level. I'm going to share my screen with you as soon as I can find it here, where to go. Bear with me. Got it set up before. Okay. What's happened? Okay, there it is. Thank goodness. Okay. We're sharing the screen, right? Well, briefly, a little bit about Hannah and me. We heard about Shaklee many years ago, and we were looking for a side business, found this by mistake. It turned out to be better than we ever expected. Just a fantastic lifestyle that we've been able to create and enjoy over the first portion of our lifetime. Now, one of the things we liked about it, we liked the benefits. Travel, we've traveled the world. We like the income. I mean, you need money to do things. So the income was fantastic over all these years. But I especially liked time freedom, to be able to do whatever we want, whenever we want to do it. So as I've always said, I've been semi-retired for like 38 years, and every day is a weekend. Just tremendous. And the opportunity to create a family dynasty, we're going to hear a little bit about that when we go through these slides. So let me go through these slides. This is a very brief presentation. And what's important about it, we're going to talk about creating a culture. When you join Shaklee, you don't just join a company, become a salesperson or a consultant or whatever you want to call it. You're joining a culture of wellness, a culture of community, a culture of family, and a culture of success. Now, Dr. Shaklee, shown here, created this culture starting way back in the early 1900s. In 1915, he developed the first multivitamin in the United States. Then he developed the first plant-based protein, still around today, both of these products. He also developed the first biodegradable cleaner. I'm sure you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, this guy was really ahead of his time. Yes, he was. And the company, the home office shown there in Pleasanton, California, those are our world headquarters, beautiful building, the first certified climate neutral building in the country. Pretty awesome, wouldn't you agree? So these scientific proofs now back up everything we're saying. We are the #1 natural nutrition company. When you talk about proof, we have 100 over 100 actually, published papers that prove that the products actually work. How about this? Over $300 million in R&D, research and development. You know what's impressive about that for me? There are many companies out there that aren't even that big, but we've spent in R&D. And then the landmark study, you can see this online. It's a study done by an independent University of California, Berkeley. It proved that the Shaklee products actually work better than other companies' products, and work better than if somebody's using no products. It's a very, very impressive study. But then this point to me is very important, the patents. That's third-party credibility that give us proof that what we're saying about our products actually is true and it works, because those patents, they don't just give them out to anybody if the patent isn't, the product doesn't work. So that's very impressive. And then the Olympics, we got the Olympics coming up now. We have over people that have used Shaklee products, the Olympians, not paid endorsers, they just used it for their own personal use. We have over 134 medals. Isn't that impressive? Wow. So by looking here today and looking at this, you're having an opportunity to join a wonderful, wonderful culture. So here's how it works. Number one, you want to use the products. You become a product of the products. When we started, we got one of everything, started eating and using them so that we felt all the wonderful benefits. We were able to talk to people about the wonderful benefits of the products. So that's just fantastic, because you're actually buying from yourself and earning money on your own products. This is a key point when we say recommend. The next step is you just recommend to others, people in your extended circle. It could be family and friends. It could be people that you work with. It could be people in your block or whatever, just your whole circle of influence. And most people have a pretty large circle of influence. But what's important about this is those people, 90% of people, this is very important, I think, are more likely to trust and buy a brand recommended by a friend. So when you recommend it to people, they're 90% more likely to believe and trust in that product. Wouldn't you agree that's very powerful? I think it is. And then when you build a business, you're building an asset that you can continue to build over years if you choose to, grow it to gigantic proportions, and then the opportunity to pass it on. So you have two people on this call, Brooke and Ashley, second generation Shaklee folks. They're going to take over our business when we go. Powerful, powerful. So the 5 top reasons why people join or are interested in Shaklee. Better health. Wouldn't you agree, most people, if you ask them the question, would you like to feel better? What would they say? Almost always they would say yes. So we have the opportunity to provide better health for other people. And again, how many people do you know that need an extra 100 a month or 1,000 a month, or who want an extra 5,000 a month, or they want to become independently wealthy? So we have the opportunity, because of the great income earning opportunity of this business, to satisfy those needs. Wow. And then time freedom, one of my favorites. What this means is you do things in your time frame instead of a boss, for example. So this time freedom, more time with the family, more time for a hobby or recreation or whatever it is you want to do. Very, very powerful. And then the tax benefits. We are wanting to pay our taxes, legal and ethical, but isn't it nice to have Uncle Sam give you a discount? Because in your business, there are scores, if not hundreds, of different items that you can take a tax deduction with. And what that means to you is you pay less money in taxes. Isn't that nice? I say yes. And then retirement. How many people do you know that are retired on Social Security and they're hurting because it's not enough? How many people do you know that their company's retirement plan wasn't what they expected it to be? And how many people do you know that their 401k is not as rich as they thought it was? Well, here's an opportunity to satisfy all those folks, giving them an opportunity to increase their retirement income. Powerful. So let's see how this works. As you see, the leadership level on the left, across the middle there, it says director, coordinator, etc. Those are 6 of the 11 leadership levels. Everybody starts out as a director. The average income of a director, $10,000 a year. Pretty neat for a very part-time situation, I would say, right? But what's even better, some of the benefits. Dream trip, you can qualify for an all major expense paid trip to a beautiful location. This year we're going to Paradisus in Mexico. It's going to be awesome. The tax benefits I talked to. Now that's just your first step. But if you teach people to become what is called a coordinator, what they had to do was find two people, a brother, a sister, a friend, a coworker, a person they met at the library, a person they met on their job or whatever. And they helped them because that person was interested. They taught and trained them how to build their own business. When you find those two and build your beginning organization, the coordinator's average income, pretty good, I think, over $22,000, $18,000 a month. That dream trip that I talked about, beautiful. But look at this. You now get a monthly car bonus. If you have a hybrid, it's $250 a month. And it goes up from there as you go across those leadership levels. Isn't that neat? Wow. It's like having a car with no car payments. Sounds good to me. And then the leadership bonus for teaching and training others, the tax benefits that we've talked about, and then this asset, this company that you've built that you can pass on. Or if you have nobody that wants to take over the business or nobody that can pass it on to, you can sell it. So this is a tremendously valuable asset to you. Wow, it's awesome, I think. So as Dr. Shackley said, your future will be exactly what you decide to make it. So you're in charge. You've got the opportunity today to make a real fine decision that can provide what a future for you. Awesome. So at the end of this, you want to talk to the person who introduced you, and they'll tell you specifically how you can get started. And you want to hear about the Prove It Challenge. It's an awesome way to get started. It's the best way to begin. Most of you get a wonderful, wonderful package of products at a wonderful price. So just fan-shaculous, as I say. So be sure, ask the person who's introducing you to this call to tell you more about it. So thank you very much. And let's get on and hear what fantastic things we have coming up.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Dad. I really love some of the things you said. And one of the things you said was about the Shackley culture. And I think that's really key about how this business is. This business is always, I mean, one of our main philosophies is about the golden rule. It's actually even our original charter. So I think that's really powerful. And that we all want to help each other succeed is another great thing. And again, we all have to make a living, and having some extra benefits, earning some trips and cars and cash, it's a nice way to do that. And the greatest thing is if you didn't understand one thing he said, that's okay. That's what you have your trainer for, to help you through it and to help you to grow that. But Dr. Shackley did begin this legacy many years ago. And I feel so proud that we have a company that really puts forth and can continue to grow for over 65 years. So now we're going to hear from my other trainer, happens to be my mom, Hannah, and she is going to sum it up for us. And we will get to hear from her now. Unmute, Mom.
It works better if you unmute. Thank you, Ashley and Alan, and thank you to Brooke. I think she had to go already, but she was amazing too. And thank you for all of you for being here today, because we get so excited to be able to share with you something we feel so passionate about. We've been doing this business for a very long time, and the people that have been helped as a result of this business, I was a teacher and had my own preschool, and 16 children a year is all that I could really reach. It was wonderful to reach those children. A lot of them I followed and have done quite well. But in this business, we've been able to help thousands, because everybody we talk to who then talks to other people who talks to others, so that literally thousands have changed their lives in terms of their health and also in financial security and being able to lead a wonderful lifestyle. So the kind of benefits that you've heard today about that time and family freedom, polls showed that those are people's two top priorities, actually, even above money. And the opportunity to travel. Alan mentioned about this year where we were going, but all of you, I know some of you are going on the trip this year too, but for this coming year, all of you on this call could be able to go with us to Los Cabos on the other side of Mexico, the western side of Mexico, where you will have one of the most incredible trips, and the way Shaklee treats you is just an amazing lifestyle. It's just awesome. I think you'll really enjoy that tremendously. And when we say work when you want, most people build this business in 10 to 20 hours a week. And people will put in 10, maybe not grow quite as fast, but still have an awesome business. And this is a business where you actually develop compound wealth as you continue to build this. And we feel so good about our own organization, not to pat ourselves on the back, just but we think it's important for you to be able to know who you'd be working with. Alan and I are considered two of the top trainers in the company. We're at the top rank in the company and have been for many, many years. You have somebody like Ashley, who is young and vibrant and has done her business for quite a while and had a great measure of success as well. Plus, the people that are on here might have invited you to this call. They're either very early in the business or they're established and have a great business as well. But the most important point is that you will have the strength of having this whole team working with you for your success. That's how we do our business. And for some people, you know, retirement may be very far off. Some of us may not be quite, might be a little bit older than that. And so retirement age may be closer than we think. But one of the things I love in this business, Alan and I are past retirement age, but we love what we do. There's no forced retirement in this company. So you can retire whenever you feel the income will sustain your lifestyle. Or if you feel like we do, that we want to continue to help other people, you can do that for as long as you want. So the kind of offer that Alan was talking about today, and we want to mention just some of the benefits to you. For one, you can join this company, and actually with a $150 order, you can get a membership free and free shipping. But this month, till the 31st, we only have a few more days, you can join now as a distributor for only $150 and get a free membership, a free distributorship. And that $150 is not an investment. Those are products that you're going to be wanting to use for your own health anyhow, and to help you to really get to enjoy better health yourself. And also, again, this month, with a $150 order, if you add just $5 to it, you can get our Sustain Energy Boost, which is awesome. That's over $20 value. If you decide you want to jump into this business with both feet, there's an opportunity with incentives they have in place right now where you could earn over $1,500 in your first handful of months in Shaklee. By the end of March, you could already be getting that extra incentive. So have you thought about where your health goals are for 2022? Have you thought about what kind of dreams and goals you have? How much money would make a difference in your life? What would you love to have that you don't have now? So if you could think of those thoughts, I want to just share this with you, that one of the beauties of our business, if you like what you're doing currently, you never have to give it up until or whenever, if you ever decide that you want to do so. Because this is the land of and. You can have whatever else you're doing and have your Shaklee business. As part-time or full-time as you want, as we said, 10 to 20 hours a week. Now, just this weekend only, in addition to getting the free membership or the free distributorship, whichever you choose, and I'll tell you in a minute why you might want to choose the distributorship, but just by even doing that this weekend, you're going to also get a free elderberry tea, a box of those, which are wonderful. Everybody loves that. Great for your immune system, as well as a wonderful, tasty drink. So the value of this business, to think you really don't have any investment, you can start your business with a free membership or free distributorship, and yet be able to have a multi-million-dollar business. The amount of money that you can earn in this business is unlimited. And if you do decide you want to start right now, this special benefit they're having through the 31st of this month, if you chose to, and you want to find 3 people real quickly, you could be earning another $225 just by the end of this month, which is really awesome if you decide you want to start that quickly. And, you know, if you're not ready to be a distributor yet, Join as a consumer, get that free membership, and become a raving fan of these products. But let me tell you, what happens is when you become a raving fan, you can't keep quiet, and you want to tell other people about this products and about the business. So the value of becoming a membership, a distributorship now is having that for free. And also there's certain products that as a distributor, when you order those monthly, you get an extra 10% discount over and above the 15% discount with all members. So lots and lots of benefits for doing so. And we hope you decide that you want to join our team and get the benefits of health and wealth that Shaklee offers. We feel like such a family in Shaklee because no matter where you go, there are Shaklee people in that area that will welcome you just because they know you're part of something so good. So the person that you invited you, if you can get back to them right after this call and let them know how you feel about this. And if you know you want to get started, my goodness, take advantage of these wonderful, incredible offers. And we will welcome you and love to work with you. So thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And if anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to stay here and take those questions. And we're just so grateful for your time this morning. Thank you.
If you want to ask questions now, you can, or if you'd like to ask them privately to the person that invited you, that's fine too. And I think everybody has a guest who will be available right after this call if you want to give them a call. Okay, thank you all so
Okay.
much.
Good night. Great day, everyone.
Yes, take care. Stay well.
Thank you.
You are welcome.